Let me ask you something. Have you ever been midstream, mid podcast, or mid important Zoom call, and your audio just completely lets you down? Maybe you were too loud, too quiet, or your mic sounded like you were broadcasting from inside a potato. Yeah, we've all been there. And now, what if I told you that Elgato just dropped a device that would make all of that a problem of the past? And what if your microphone, whatever your mic you already own, could suddenly sound like you spent 10 grand on a recording studio? That's exactly what the brand new Elgato Wave XLR MK.2 promises to do. And spoiler alert, it absolutely delivers. I'm Drew, and today we're diving deep into the things, every feature and every upgrade, and every reason why this might be the best audio interface for content creators right now. So let's go. All right, so let's kick things off with the first impressions. Part of the Wave next launch, which is honestly Elgato's biggest audio drop ever, the Wave XLR MK2 D, it retails at $169.99, the same price as the original Wave XLR. Same price, more features, and no price increase. That alone deserves a round of applause to Elgato. And when you pull this thing out of the box, it looks familiar. Same compact black housing, same large dial up front, and same connection in the back. But here's the thing, don't let the look fool you, because what's happening inside this box is a whole different story. Physically, you got your XLR input around the back for your microphone, a USB-C port to connect your PC or to your Mac, and a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack for monitoring. Clean, simple, and familiar. Oh, and here's something fun. The front knob and faceplate, they're modular. You can pop them off and swap them for different colors or designs. Elgato says more design options are coming after launch. So if you want your audio interface to match your RGB setup or your whole Twitch aesthetic, yeah, they got you. And point for style, Elgato, point for style. And let's talk about the biggest and the most important upgrade, the Wave FX processor. This is the heart of the MK2. And honestly, it changes absolutely everything. Elgato built this chip in partnership with Luet Audio, a company that's been making professional grade microphone tech for over a decade. And together they developed an onboard DSP processor that handles your entire audio signal chain directly on the hardware. And that means the processing happens on the device, not on your CPU, and your computer can breathe easy. And why does that matter? Because when your CPU isn't eating up resources on audio processing, your streams are smoother, your recordings are cleaner, and your whole setup, it just works. It works better. Chip guard, DSP effects, and VST plugins all run together in one continuous signal path, which brings me to what might be my absolute favorite upgrade in this whole device, ClipGuard 2.0. Okay, so here's a nightmare scenario. You're live. Thousands of people are watching, and you crack a joke. Someone in the call says something hilarious, and you burst out laughing, and your mic just absolutely just obliterates, clipped it, and distorted it, and unrecoverable. Clipped audio is permanent, and you can't fix it in post, and it's gone, dead toast. And the original XLR had ClipGuard 1.0, which was already great. It used a second audio path at a lower gain to catch peaks before they clipped. But ClipGuard 2.0 on the MK2 goes 3 levels deep. First, stacked ADC converters capture your signal at multiple gain levels simultaneously. Second, internal 32-bit float processing gives you enormous headroom, so volume spikes never hit the digital ceiling. And third, digital limiters smooth out and sudden peaks before they ever reach your system. And the result, 135 decibels of dynamic range. The original had 100 dB or 120 dB, which ClipGuard on the MK2 hits 135 dB, and that is a massive jump. Laughing as loud as you want, yell at your teammates, react to a jump scare. ClipGuard 2.0 is watching your back. And Elgato literally stress tested this thing to its breaking point. It didn't break, and that's the kind of confidence I want from my audio interface. And let's talk about 5 onboard DSP effects that run directly on the hardware. And when I say directly on the hardware, I mean zero latency. You put on your headphones, you speak, and you hear your processed voice instantly. No delay, no lag, nothing. Just you sounding incredible. Effect number one, the low cut filter. This removes low frequency rumble from vibrations and the background noise. No more bassy, heavy thudding from your keyboard or desk. It's gone. And effect number two, the expander. This reduces, the low level background noise while leaving your voice completely untouched. Your neighbor's leaf blower, you can't hear it. Your roommate's TV, nope, just your voice. And effect number three, and this one's really cool. Voice tune. It adds warm analog style compression and harmonics that adapt in real time as you speak. Think of it like a tiny little studio engineer sitting inside your device going, "Yeah, that voice sounds good and lets me make it warmer." That's voice tune. Effect number four, the compressor. This balances your audio so quiet moments come through clearly while loud moments stay controlled. Basically, it irons out the bumps in your vocal levels automatically. And effect number five, the four band equalizer. Sculpt your voice across four frequency bands. It adds warmth, it reduces the muddiness, and it improves the clarity and shapes your sound to exactly what you want. And here's the kicker. All five of these effects, they run simultaneously on hardware at the same time without using a single CPU cycle. And that is just absolutely absurdly good. And now this is where things get really interesting for more advanced creators out there. The MK2 supports VST plugins on Windows and audio unit plugins on Mac OS, and they work through a dedicated low latency path. And here's what makes this special. The plugins run on your computer via the Wavelink, and they get inserted directly into the hardware signal chain. That means every single app on your computer, OBS, Discord, Zoom, Teams, and your DAW, literally everything automatically receives your fully processed audio. No virtual microphones, no complex routing, and no headaches. Want to add a noise compressor? Done. A voice changer for fun on stream? Easy. A reverb for your podcast intro? Throw it in. It just works everywhere automatically. And that's the power of VST insert on the MK2. And let's talk about gain. The Wave XLR MK.2 delivers 80 decibels of clean, ultra low noise gain. The original had 75 decibels. And that extra 5 dB sounds small on paper, but for gain hungry dynamic mics like the Shure SM7B, the legendary microphone used by literally every podcaster and streamer, and Joe Rogan himself, it makes a real difference. And you don't need a cloud lifter or any kind of inline preamp booster with this thing. Plug in your SM7B, dial it up, and you're there. Clean, full signal, no extra gear, no extra cost, no condenser mics. Phantom power at 48 volts is there too, enabled right through the Wavelink. And they've also added something brand new that is an absolute godsend for beginners, the auto gain wizard. Press and hold the dial, speak at your normal volume for a few seconds, and the Wave XLR MK2 automatically analyzes your voice and sets the optimal gain level. It even initializes DSP effects like voice tune based on your specific voice characteristics. No guesswork. No fumbling with sliders. Just plug in, speak, and it figures the rest out for you. If you're brand new to XLR microphones and that sounds like magic, that's because it kind of is. The multifunction dial on the front of it is one of the things that just makes you happy to use. Press it to cycle between four modes: microphone gain, voice tune level, headphone volume, and mic to PC mix balance. Turn it to adjust the LED ring around it. Gives you real-time level metering and changes color based on which mode you're in. And you can even customize those LEDs in Wavelink to match your vibe. On the back panel, there's a tap to mute button, and tap it and your mic goes silent instantly. No fumbling for hotkeys. No panicking on a live stream. Just tap. And for the headphone output, they upgraded the amp with a high power mode that delivers up to 170 milliwatts. If you run high studio headphones that normally sound quiet or underpowered through other interfaces, this will drive them properly. Enable it in Wavelink. And when you need that extra juice, of course, this is Elgato. So Stream Deck integration is here. And it's brilliant too. Connect through the Wavelength plugin and assign gain controls, effect toggles, monitoring modes, mix switching, whatever you need directly to keys and dials on your Stream Deck, and you never even have to open software. Total control right at your fingertips, and none of this hardware magic would be as powerful without the software behind it. And Wavelength 3.0, which launched alongside the MK2, is free. Is a massive upgrade, and Wavelength supports up to 5 independent mixes. That means you can send completely different audio to OBS, to Discord, to a recording track, and to your headphones all the same time, all different. You also get a built-in soundboard for voice chat, one-click effect customization, and direct hardware control that makes adjusting your setup feel completely seamless. And the best part, Wavelength 3.0 is free for everyone. Even if you don't own a Wave product, that's Elgato putting software out there as a free tool for creators and communities, and respect. So here's the bottom line. The Elgato Wave XLR MK.2 is $169.99, and it packs in 80 dB of clean gain, ClipGuard 2.0 with 135 dB of dynamic range, 5 onboard DSP effects running with 0 latency, VST insert support, and auto gain wizard, modular design, Stream Deck integration, and the full power of Wavelength 3.0. That is absolutely loaded features set for the price. Whether you're a new streamer, you're just getting into XLR microphones, a seasoned podcaster who wants more control, or a professional creator who demands the best without the complexity, the Wave XLR MK2 just ticks every single box. And Elgato didn't just improve the Wave XLR, they rewired its entire DNA. And the result is honestly one of the best audio interfaces available for content creators right now. And if you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe, and if you're new, drop a comment below. I want to know, what mic are you rocking with your new setup? And let me know down below. I'm Drew. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one.